Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another live session of our special village. And today we were supposed to be joined by Dr. William Lane, but unfortunately, he was supposed to join us from sunny Florida. But as it happens, sometimes there were some issues with travel, and he is en route right now. So he's not going to be able to join us. However, I was so excited to tell you about all the new things that we have going on with our collaboration with our special village and Stop Being Invisible with Dr. William Lane that I just decided to come in here all by myself to let you know about what has been going on with the two of us. And as you know, and if you don't, you know now, you heard it here. Dr. Lane and I have a collaboration with a newsletter that we call a Stop Being Invisible. And it's at the Stop Being Invisible Digest. And in this newsletter, if you subscribe, you will get it in your inbox every Monday morning. And we typically talk about special education topics. We talk about any controversial topics that you may think about, the law, special education law. We talk about strategies, techniques. We talk about what you should be aware of if you are a family member, if you're a parent of a child with disabilities, what you should be thinking about. We talk about individual education plans and what's good to keep in mind. Okay, we talk about early intervention issues. We talk about emotions and feelings, and we talk about our stories and what makes us unique. Um, I'm going to leave the link right below so you can sign up to the newsletter. It's completely free and you will get it in your inbox every Monday morning. And it is an invaluable source of information for you and for your family. So I encourage you to sign up and read it every Monday. As you may have heard, we have a brand new collaboration as well, and it's the Stop Being Invisible podcast. And we're very excited about this. Dr. Lane and I can talk about special education law, our lives, what it was like to grow up with a disability or with a family member with a disability. We can talk about that for hours. We can talk about IEPs for hours. We can talk about special education for hours. And we thought that what better way to share all this knowledge with you so you can take it and apply it to your life and apply it to your own unique situation than to bring this up in a podcast. So we packaged everything in a podcast, and so far we've recorded 2 episodes. We're going to do it every 2 weeks, and you can find it in Spotify or Google Podcast. I can also leave a link here. We have 2 episodes so far, and on our first episode, we talked about what I termed or I coined the COVID-19 baby syndrome. It is not an official syndrome at all, but I talk about this because I have seen it in my practice. And if you listen to the first episode, you will see what we have seen in practice and why we would like all of the parents out there to be aware of this. On the second episode, we're talking about accommodations, and accommodations is a topic that's very near and very near and dear to my heart and Dr. Lane's heart, but also something that we feel is very, very important because it goes hand in hand with the law. So if you just checking here to see if there's any comments. Hello, everybody who's watching. So if you're interested in finding out more about accommodations, learning about accommodations as they should be provided to you or your child as per the Individual Education Plan or the American with Disabilities Act, then you should check out our second episode. And we will be talking a lot more about accommodations and the law, special education, and even our own lives, topics things that we observed about growing up as someone with disabilities, growing up with someone with disabilities, and being in this field for so many years. We have a lot of years of experience. We've seen so much, and we feel that we can advise you on many, many different topics when it comes to this. So check out our podcast. It's also a free service to you. We also have a page, Stop Being Invisible page. Um, I'm going to list it here. You can like it on Facebook. Um, and we are going to talk about different topics. We're going to post the newsletter there. We're going to post clips of our um, podcast. We're going to talk about controversial issues. There's so many issues surrounding special education that it's very important that we bring them to light. So those are our main things that are free of service to you. And of course, you can always ask us questions and comment and reach out to us. There's also, of course, this YouTube channel where we have ongoing collaborations with Dr. Lane and other people as well. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you will have access to all of the videos, and you can watch whatever video you think is going to be useful to you. But there are so many topics that are so important. I just want to say hello to the people who are watching us right now. Norma Mabel, thank you so much for joining us. There is also another piece of what we're doing. Dr. Lane and I um, are working on online courses. We actually have two right now that are already out there. And I'm going to leave a link if you're interested in learning more about them. And one of them is exclusively about the individualized education plan. What happens before, during, and after? Because the individualized education plan is not just a document that you can see. There's a huge process that happens before, it happens during, and also after. And there's a lot of emotional content that goes along with that. So in our courses, we also offer a community side where you will have access to a private community, and we will get to ask questions individually and in a group, and you can have that one-on-one interaction with us. There's another course that's out there. The individualized education plan is being led by Dr. William Lane, as this is his precious expertise. He was very proud to put this out there, as this was his favorite topic as a college professor. And for me, it's the early intervention program. So I'm leading that group. And we also talk about becoming an advocate for your child, growing from someone who is not sure what to do and what to do about not only what you're observing in your child's development, but also with your own emotional situation. Uh, Always, when we're talking about having a child with special needs, and if you've been to this channel before, we talked about your emotions and your feelings quite a bit. So if you need that support, that emotional support, this will be the place for you. And we will teach you to transform those feelings from like being afraid and not knowing what to do into being a confident parent, knowing what to do, knowing what the next step is going to be, and being confident in your child. So these are the main things that we have been working on for all of you out there. And we wanted to like talk to you about them because we're very, very excited about all these new projects that we have. We This is our life. This is our commitment to you. We want to make sure that we make a difference in people's lives. We went through a lot growing up I myself, I went through a lot growing up because it wasn't the same back then, and we also learned a lot, and we want to make sure that we, as family members, as people with disabilities, as part of the community, and as professionals, because we became professionals out of this need, that we also communicate to you what we have learned, so you don't have to go through this by yourself. When we're done with this broadcast, we I'm going to leave all the links down here, and of course, we are going to have Dr. Lane again. I apologize for him. It was a really bad situation, and he was supposed to already be in Florida a long time ago, and he's still trying to get over there. So we hope that he gets there okay, in one piece. And he is going to be joining us for another session live. And we will be talking about all the things that are so important to us. Um, I'm going to let you go for right now, and with a promise to come back on the channel and do this again live. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm gonna give it a second to see if you have any questions that you want to ask me or Dr. Lane about. Maybe a topic that you will want us to talk about in our podcast or talk about in our page. I'm going to give everyone a minute. And if there are no further questions, okay, I just want to say hello to everyone that's been watching. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm sorry that Dr. Lane couldn't be with us tonight. But I'm sure he will be joining us very soon. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Bye.